Hey everyone, welcome to the Cyberman show. Today's episode is all about the recent Forrester Wave Security Analytics platform report. Today we will go through the purpose of this report, look at the results, understand the evaluation parameters, do a further deep dive into each of those parameters, and finally I'll talk about my views on this report. With that, let's get started. So this report that came out earlier this month uh, evaluates various security analytics platforms, and these platforms converge data from various security sources like network, endpoint, and applications to generate high fidelity alerts, facilitate incident analysis, investigation, and response. So this is all about looking into current SIEM and XDR products and then analyzing them. So Forrester Wave methodology provides a structured comparison of these vendors, and it helps various security professionals in making informed purchasing decisions. Now, the most prominent ones in terms of vendors are research, analyzed, and scored in this domain, and the outcome is shared in the categories of leaders, strong performers, and contenders. Now, this report has been there for some time, although they don't release the reports every year. And the last few years, what I've seen is change in the vendors. So, example, in 2017, the vendors that existed in leaders were IBM, Splunk, RSA, and HP with ArcSight. Then in stock performers were Logarithm, Securonics, Fortinet, E8, and Intel Security. This is when Intel acquired McAfee. Contenders were Huntsman Security, BAE Systems, and then there was another uh, section for challengers. That section is no longer there. It was there. I saw it in 2022 also, where leaders were Splunk, Microsoft Elastic. IBM was in strong performance along with Sumo Logic. Contenders were Rapid7, Securonics, Logarithm, Logpoint, Micro Focus, as ArcSight moved from HP to Micro Focus, and then Exabeam. And in challenges were Gurukul, Trellix, and Devo. Okay. Now, if you look at this year's report, the leaders are Splunk, Elastic, and Microsoft. Strong performers are Google, Palo Alto, and CrowdStrike. Contenders are Sumo Logic, Rapid7, Securonics, and Exabeam. So the challengers section is no longer there, and some of these vendors have changed places. Now, the three categories of leaders, strong performers, and contenders is contains multiple parameters where Forrester evaluates them uh, on the strength of the offering and strength of the strategy, and that's how the ratings are given based on customer feedback. And uh, each vendor is hence placed in each of these sections. It's like the Gartner MQ uh, in so many ways. Okay. Now the product features that this report specifically evaluates vendors against are these: analytics, user behavior analytics, correlation, investigation, response, automation, case management, threat hunting, threat intelligence management, fidelity search, detection engineering, AI, analyst experience, dashboards, compliance reporting, data collection, data pipeline, data management, deployment options, administrative controls, training support, product security, as well as additional business use case support. Okay, this is in terms of product features. Also, in terms of strategy, it looks at vision, innovation, roadmap, partner ecosystems, pricing flexibility, and community as well as transparency. So these are the high level two categories. But what I've done further is I've broken down these parameters into easier to understand parameters. Okay. So example, for me, the core features are essentially analytics, which is a foundational capacity. So in terms of security operations, security analytics, it refers to the process of analyzing the security raw data coming from logs, network flows, endpoint data, other sources to identify patterns, anomalies, and potential threats. Okay, whether you're using a same EDR, this analytics is the core component today. The second core component in any analytics platform is UEBA, which is a special form of analytics that is focused on understanding and identifying anomalous user activity. So they typically start with baselining normal user behavior, example login times, data access patterns, application use, and then it flags deviations that could indicate compromised accounts, insider threats, or data exfiltration attempts. Right? Typically, it takes days months, weeks to build these profiles, and outliers are flagged as alerts, and those are investigated. Okay. The other core feature is the correlation, which is all about linking disparate security events from different sources to identify a larger attack pattern or incident that individual events might not reveal. Example: a failed login from one IP followed by a successful login from the same IP on a different account, combined with data access that could be correlated to indicate a stuffing attack. And what XDR does, it extends this by correlating data across more diverse security layers like endpoint, network, and cloud, right? So when I started, it was a common skill set that people should identify correlation, identify and be able to write correlation rule, which is all possible combination of how things can go wrong. Okay, I gave you one example. Now, as industry has evolved, platforms come up with tons of the out of the box content, hundreds and thousands of rules which are based on analytics that automatically learn, and anomalies are flagged. Uh, However, these platforms also give you capability to write your own correlation rules, but it's humanly not possible to come up with every possible combination and variant of malicious activity to detect the threats. Hence, it's better that you use the user behavior analytics or analytical baseline to find out the outliers. Okay. Now, this second common section in any security analytics platform is incident management and operations. So what I've done is I've taken these uh, six evaluation parameters from that entire list given by Forrester and put this into category. So this involves investigation, which is once the anomaly is flagged, uh, it is a process of drilling down into the details to understand the scope, root cause, and impact of the incident. The second step in incident management on operations is response, which refers to the actions taken to mitigate, contain, and remediate a security incident. Okay. Example, in case of a user related activity, it could be maybe sending the user an MFA, calling them, sending an email to their manager, depending on completely how the relevance and context of that alert. The next thing in terms of incident management operations is automation, which is use of technology to perform security tasks without human intervention. Example, it could be related to alert enrichment, initial triage, automatic response actions. The idea is to reduce manual effort and improve consistency and speed up the incident response. The fourth thing in incident management and operations is case management, which is a structured approach to manage and track security incidents from detection to resolutions. Typically, all these platforms have native case management capabilities, or they integrate with dedicated incident response platforms like ticketing systems sometimes. Okay. But mostly all these platforms that I've seen, they have a very strong case management capability. They do use integrations with ITSM platforms like ServiceNow, Jira, uh, that are used enterprise wide for giving context back to the IT teams, and maybe using them for handling some of the operational parts. Okay. The next section in incident management operations is threat hunting, which is a proactive and iterative process of searching for unknown, undetected, or advanced threats within an organization's infra. The last one is threat intelligence management, which is the process of collecting, processing, analyzing, and disseminating information about existing or emerging threats. Now, this is a capability that a lot of standalone platform used to go to. Now it's available in most of the security and analytics platform natively, or they use dedicated platforms based integration to get this capability. Okay. Now, the next section in terms of the evaluation parameter for Forrester is around data. So this includes data collection, data pipeline, data management. So collection is all about gathering or collecting raw security data in terms of logs, events, flows, and endpoint telemetry from various sources. Pipeline is about tracking the entire flow of data from its source through collection, processing, enrichment, storage, and eventual analysis within the platform. Okay. A strong pipeline capability ensures data integrity is maintained, the timeliness of the data as availability to the security operations team. And in terms of data management, this is all about the overall process of organizing, storing, maintaining, and accessing security data within the platform. So it includes typically data retention policies, indexing, compression, and ensuring data quality and availability. Okay. The next section is all about the analyst workflow, which includes analyst experience in terms of usability and effectiveness of the platform from the perspective of security analyst. Okay, so this means intuitive interfaces, clear visualization, less number of clicks, more contextual information, and streamlined workflows that allows analysts to efficiently detect, investigate, and respond to threats. So essentially making his job easier. Then federated search, which is the capability to query and retrieve information from multiple geographically dispersed or logically separate data sources as if they were a single source. Okay. This has been a major challenge in on-premise solutions, but with cloud and the newer platform that allows faster indexing, faster searches, this is much easier to do now. Detection engineering, this is the process of creating, defining, and deploying detection rules, models, and algos within the platform. The idea is to understand attack techniques, map them to available data, and translating that understanding into effective alerts to identify malicious activity. Now, this is where your experience on handling incident comes in picture. There are dedicated content engineering teams that build this and test these models in their environment, especially in the large companies. Then in terms other capability in the platform side are the capability to build custom dashboard with key security metrics, alerts, and system data. Also compliance reporting to demonstrate adherence to regulatory requirements like GDPR, HIPAA, PCI DSS, and also to be able to collect and store log data that are often required for audit trail and compliance. And then lastly, the one of the new things that Forrester has added is specific usage of AI. So this could include ML, deep learning, or Gen AI to handle security issues. So in terms of analytics, this could include using AI for anomaly detection, profiling, recommendations, threat prediction, task automation, and that all these things typically would need human intervention. By the way, it can also include agentic capability. So specifically what has been mentioned is that the common capabilities available with most platforms is incident summaries, chatbots, and query language translation. Example, I type my question, show me top incidents, instead of writing a query in the platform query language to get the same thing. Also, the differentiated features that are mentioned with Gen AI are automated parsing and AI agent capability. Okay. The last section in this is all about deployment and support. So this includes things like how it can be implemented, whether you have options for on-prem, cloud native, hybrid, or SaaS, what kind of admin controls you can give to the user. This includes user access control, role-based access control, configuration management, system health monitoring, audit logging of administrative activities, etc. Also support, which is technical assistance and resources from vendor to help with the customer, to help with issue resolution, answer questions, and optimize the product usage. Product security, which is the security of the product itself, which includes the platform is designed and implemented with security in mind, protecting the data it collects and preventing vulnerabilities that could be exploited by attackers. Okay. Also, it has a section on training, which is about ensuring that the users of the system, including both analysts and administrators, are able to use it effectively to increase the value of investment and ensure efficient security operations. Also, additional business use case, which is the last thing, it refers to platforms' capability to extend beyond core security support to handle other business needs like IT operations, general log management, business intelligence, detailed analytic and reporting capabilities that help with other requirements in the overall IT scenario, not just cybersecurity. Okay, so those are the various parameters in which the report is those are the parameters that are part of the report. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave all these definitions as part of my YouTube shorts as well as the blog on Substack. So go ahead and go through it. Also, um, once I went through the report, it's very important to understand that why you are reading this, why you're in this podcast, why are you listening to this. It's because to understand where the market is going. So we saw some of the vendors that are there or not there. Some of them have been dropped. It's better to align with growing companies, growing vendors, growing technologies to shape up your career. Also, market direction is important. So this domain has been there for decades now. Okay, and it's still there. Some of the vendors have appeared, new vendors. Some of the vendors have disappeared because they could not innovate themselves. So innovation is key for you to survive in the tech market, as you know. Also, how the vendor landscape is shaping up. Okay, that's very important. So consolidation is happening. Okay, I expect more consolidation in this domain. You saw IBM getting acquired by Palo Alto, Exabeam merged with Logarithm. So Logarithm doesn't exist anymore as a separate company. Gurukul is still there. Okay, Securonics is still there. Intel security with McAfee is gone, right? So if you don't innovate, you'll be replaced by someone. Now, what is interesting is the new vendors, Google, Microsoft, Palo Alto, CrowdStrike are doing very well. I looked into the numbers of both Palo Alto, CrowdStrike because they're publicly listed companies. They give their numbers. So both of them are adding at least $200 to $300 million worth of license revenue every quarter. Microsoft and Google don't report those numbers, so I don't know. But I'm using my connections in the industry, and I know that both are doing very well. So it's important that you align and understand what these companies are doing, what their technology is all about, what are the key differentiated factors, what will be relevant for you, depending on what role you do in your organization. Also, another interesting thing that's happening is with the consolidation, right? So, example, EPP and EDR used to be two separate agents or two separate products back in the day. Now it's one single agent, right? Also, the platform approach is there now. So both Microsoft, Palo Alto, especially Palo Alto, went ahead and consolidated a single platform that does prevention and detection both on the same platform. So prevention, detection, response on the same platform. CrowdStrike also has that same stack, although it's still not a single platform in terms of dashboard, visualization, backend data store, etc. But Microsoft is also trying to do the similar thing, trying to build everything together. Okay, so that's how the innovation is shaping up. Leave your feedback, comment. Let me know if I need to cover anything else in this domain. But I highly recommend you to go through the report if you get access to it. With that, thank you so much, and thankful to Forrester also. Thankful to all of you as always. Keep listening, keep learning. I'll see you next time.